Hello everybody, and welcome back to King's Quest, the SCI Remake. Last time we began our adventures of getting the treasures of Daventry back, and now we have this shack, so we're about to meet the only other two residents of Daventry outside the castle. Because yeah, there's literally no one else here. Yeah, this doesn't look like a great place to live. And there's nothing we can do here. We can't get the axe. Can't do anything with the water pump. Yeah, you try to get the axe. Cannot remove it no matter what you do. So let's go inside and see what's up here. The woodcutter speaks to you, his voice broken with sorrow. We would welcome you to our home, Sir Knight, but we have no food. For so long, my beautiful wife cannot even rise from her bed. I fear she may die soon. What a crappy kingdom. So, what can we do here? Well, let's look around. The woman is lying in bed, pale and still. Her husband is seated on the bed, holding her hand. Aw. Yeah, they don't really have, much here. The fiddle seems kind of interesting. Alright, well, let's see if there's anything we can do. The cutter's still holding his wife's hand and gazing at... oh, yeah. Oh, we keep clicking away too fast. Usually that's the response if you try to kiss people. Probably shouldn't kiss a woman who's on her deathbed, who's also married. But there is something we can do with them. So we ate that yummy stew, we can fill it up as much as we want, which will probably be more helpful to them than to us. The color is overwhelmed with joy. Thank you, Sir Knight. We shall never forget your kindness and generosity. She finally has some food. Please take my fiddle as a small token of our thanks. So of course we want to get that. You can give him like gold too, and they're like pieces of food you can give him, but they don't do much. They just make you lose points because you give away stuff that you didn't need to give away. Besides, what's he gonna use gold for? You can't even leave the freaking cabin. It's too dangerous out here. But eternal stew should do the trick. So we got a fiddle out of it. Which must cover trees. It's a cool snake. I love the details there. Like, there's some details that they're able to add in this version of the game that they just couldn't in the first version, because the first version was, of course, very basic. I kind of wander into the swamp seeing if, like, anything bad happens. But, surprisingly, he gets through it fine. I think Roberta Williams didn't get, like, super sadistic until later. And now we have this interesting place, a gingerbread house. The chimney looks delicious. Now, there are two things you can do here. The most marvelous house you see. It seems like it's made of a huge gingerbread cupcake with frosting for a roof. The chimney is made of gummy bricks. The door and fence are made of candy canes, sour bell stones, and gumdrops are scattered around the yard. So, yeah, while that's going, there's two things you can do here. You can, because there's obviously a witch living in here. I'm just going to tell you right now. You can either take a bite of the house or knock on the door. Yeah, the house tastes better than it looks. If you get that message when you eat the house, which you want to do because you actually get points for that, I believe, then that means that the witch isn't home and you're fine. But I want to show off the witch. You can also knock the door to see where she's not. As you've been into the house, squeaky voice says, "Nibble, nibble, little mouse, who's nibbling at my house?" So that means the witch is in the house. So let's pay her a visit. So you knock on the candy cane door. A squeaky voice from inside the house says, "Who is there? I love visitors." Oh, let's just skip by it too fast. Rat, she's cast some spell to keep you from escaping. The witch remarks, "Oh, how nice of you to come for dinner." Cackle, cackle. Sorry, you don't want to come face to face with the witch. Not a good idea. She looks you over carefully and states, "You're a little too spry for my appetite, but I think you're going to make a lovely dessert." And look what she does to you. I love how they made just like a special sprite just for him being turned into a gingerbread guy. So let's do things the right way this time. By the way, you can run into the witch out in the woods. I do show that off later. Just because like I don't do it naturally. Like throughout this whole thing, I don't run into any of the bad guys just like naturally. I have to do like a whole section showing off like who you can run into and what they do to you. So yeah, we'll get our points from eating, but we don't want to go in if we see she's home. So let's come back and do that again. And you get that message, so that means she is not home right now. So let's do the smart thing and sneak into an evil witch's house. Contrast to his black exterior, the inside the gingerbread house, it doesn't look good. So of course we want to save here, because she could come back at any time. The liquid is terribly goopy. The fire must have been burning underneath it for quite some time. Cat on the wall is rather plain and simple. There's a note on the table by the bed. I don't know how you can see that from here. And she has just a very basic house. I love like every single detail. Even like the spider web you can look at. This is your high-speed voice. I can smell someone tasty in my house. So yeah, you want to get in here pretty quick and hide behind the wall. Don't want to dilly-dally. And even though it looks like the wall is like torn down, it just shows like that, so you can see both like inside and outside the rooms. So after I go back to the nice house, we be ready to have someone for dinner. And in true Hansel and Gretel fashion, you want to just sneak behind her here. She smells the cauldron is here nicely. And you just want to give her a nice shove. Make sure it don't take too long, because then she'll spot you. With my shove, you courteously push the wicked witch into the pot. While the spoons are suddenly cut off, she melts away into the oily green slime in the pot. Congratulations. I always thought this part's weird because, like, throughout the whole game, you're more rewarded for, like, not killing your enemies. But this is the only time you just straight up want to murder someone. So the look of this note is written in a familiar language. Yeah, we have to actually pick up the note to read it, which is fine. But yeah, this note has to do with something notorious in these games. There's a message written on the note. Sometimes it is wise to think backwards, and there's no other context for what that means, what that can apply to. But we'll see that before too long. Oh, did you see on the left? I didn't notice that the smoke made this like weird creature shape. That's cool. Anyways, one more thing we need to get while we're in here. We open the door. There's something in there. That's where you can't even like right click it to look at it, so you have to like kind of know what it is already. But there's a piece of cheese in there. It's a piece of Swiss cheese. Alright. So we killed the witch to get a note and some cheese. That's justifiable. Well, I guess the dead children outside would also justify being killed. Anyway. So that's one thing taken care of. So yeah, she can no longer appear. I think on this screen she actually can appear. It's part of the forest is dark and creepy. Shadows seem to jump out at you. And the trees look misshapen. The trees grotesquely bent and twisted. The branches seem like they're reaching out to grab you. This reminds me of King's Quest IV. There are trees just like that. Strange, don't get an answer. No. Except the trees in King's Quest 4 were a lot creepier, and at least you had a way of dealing with them. This guy is no danger, though. He just looks creepy. And now we're going to deal with our little well friend here. I think I already did this, but look, the well looks like he's been here a long time. And we want to get in there. Side of the well is crumbling to pieces. Try the other side. So yeah, you only have an animation for getting in the back. And when we get in, it automatically lowers us down. As you are in the old bucket, your weight causes it to slowly descend. And it doesn't quite reach the bottom, so that's not very useful. I need to get a longer rope to make this well useful again. But we also want that bucket. You're seeing a bucket suspended inside a dark, damp cave. Or well, whatever. The well water is cold and clear. And we are about to pollute it with our body. So of course we want to save here because we are in a very precarious situation. So you can get out of the bucket. And I know, like, if you tread water for long enough, eventually you'll tire out and drown, but I decided against actually doing that for very long, because I think it takes like a few minutes. So we can cut rope, but we actually didn't want to dive down, because we need to get that bucket. While we're in the bucket, get the bucket that is far larger than we are. I'm kind of stuck now. This is cool because there's like this little underwater area, and there's seems to be a chest there, but that's just there for decoration. It's a red herring. You can't actually do anything with it. As far as I'm aware, if somebody knows something you can do with it, let me know. But this chest has been buried here for a very long time. Anything that fits the description inventory. This isn't the chest you're looking for. Yeah, the chest we're looking for is a lot higher up. So let's do some swimming around, see if we can find our way out. But nope, we're too late. Whoa, 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 what are you going to do now? Love the part. I always love those Sierra Deftones. So let's do things correctly this time. Cut the rope, get the bucket, and dive on down. And you can see there's a little grotto over to the left. So let's hurry up and get over there, because it seems like Guybrush Threepwood we are not. We can't hold our breath for very long. Head over here. Oh yeah, we want to save first. Because I just want to make sure, for some reason I forgot if I had the dagger or not, even though I needed the dagger to cut that rope. Yeah, let's oh yeah, we want to fill that bucket first. Almost forgot about this part. I want to get some water here. Now down, fill the bucket with cool water. I want to save again just so I wouldn't have to do that again. I always like to do as little backtracking as possible. Ferocious fire-breathing dragon is protecting the magic mirror. That's one of the treasures we need. The mirror shimmers with its own magical light, and I love the art style on the dragon. It looks so cool. Green is scale, the dragon's body is massive and muscular. A row of serrated armor stretches from the tip of his tail to the base of his neck. His leathery wings are folded tight against his sides. The ferocious fire-breathing dragon is protecting the magic mirror. Oh, and we woke him up. I think again, when the dragon talks, things have a tendency to catch fire, so he's not going to say anything to us. Let's kiss the dragon. Careful, dragons are very dangerous. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Ow. Doesn't work out. I love the eyeballs on top of the dust pile, the ash pile, whatever. Venturing too close to the dragon's flame, you made an ash out of yourself. So let's try something different. So there's the dragon. Let's throw our dagger. And he is a good shot because you kill that thing outright. With an arrow, the dagger streaks through the air and pierces the soft and protective skin of the dragon's throat. The dragon convulses for a moment, then crashes lifeless to the hard cavern floor. But we actually don't want to do this. Because you do get some points for it, but it's not a very Graham-like thing to do. So let's try to not kill the dragon. So let's throw water at it instead. Good shot. The water hits the dragon's square in the face, dousing the dragon's fire. I love how they don't want to animate the dragon leaving, so they just kind of like do some animation of some steam. And off it goes. Now, to defend itself from anything more than a harmless cloud of steam, the dragon rolls aside the granite boulder and slinks off in shame, leaving the mirror behind. Sweet. So instead of killing the dangerous dragon that murdered me on sight, we're just going to let it loose. Good job, Graham. But we got more points for that. And we get a special jingle for getting one of the special treasures of Daventry, the magic mirror. And it's something I'm just realizing now. I forgot to like look into the mirror while holding it. I'll have to go back to my game, and next time I record some commentary, I'll let you know what it says. Because I remember it says something pretty cool. Look, there's a large, apparently vacant cave. Damp and cool, the cave is lit only by sunlight streaming through the cave entrance to the west. See, I think like if you cut the bucket, but then you like kill the dragon, there's no way out of the well because the rope is too high for you. I could be wrong though, so like you have to douse the dragon so it moves aside this boulder and lets you out. And we'll come out to a pretty familiar place. Yeah, we've seen this place before, but if you tried to go in the cave and go through, that boulder would have been blocking you. So we got ourselves the magic mirror. Can we get the other two treasures of Daventry? Well, you're just going to have to find out next time on Let's Play King's Quest, the SCI Remake. Thank you for watching and have a good day.